Welcome to the English news of Binh Phuoc Television. I'm with you, now following a deadline for today. Binh Phuoc leader attends Horus China Meetings 2024. Binh Phuoc Birds Nest Festival 2024 opens. National Assembly Standing Committee convenes 32nd session. Vietnamese culture introduced at U.S. University. Chairwoman of the People's Committee of Binh Phuoc Province, Hình, was accompanied by representatives from the Department of Planning and Investment, the Management Board of Economic Jobs, and the Provincial People's Committee Office, while attending the Horus China Meeting 2024 on April 15 at the Conference and Exhibition Center of Binh Phuoc Province.
The meeting was an in-depth gathering held to strengthen Vietnam-China relations, providing a platform for government officials and the business communities to meet, exchange links, and explore new investment opportunities. It especially emphasized Vietnam's ongoing transition of its economic model towards achieving sustainable development goals in a low-carbon and circular economy. It presented significant opportunities for the business communities to assess development strategies and production management capabilities while broadening their perspectives. In particular, through the forum, provinces aim to identify timely solutions, forge partnerships with investors, and enhance collaboration to drive dynamic, expansive, and internationally integrated economic development. This will serve as a valuable asset in the industrialization and modernization process.
The Binh Phuoc Birds Nest Festival 2024, promoting agricultural products, trade and services in support of farmers, opened on April 15 at Dam Xoài City Square in Binh Phuoc Province, presenting an opportunity to foster the sustainable development of birds' nest breeding models and the local squiblet nest industry.
The festival gathered together numerous organizations, businesses, and farming households involved in squiblet breeding, harvesting, processing, and trading in Binh Phuoc Province and other regions nationwide. With over 200 booths showcasing high-quality squiblet nests and agricultural products from Binh Phuoc, the festival introduces various dishes and beverages made from squiblet nests, as well as a buffet featuring the province's specialty fruit. In conjunction with the event, the Provincial Farmers Association will host a seminar on Binh Phuoc squiblet nests, opportunities and sustainable directions, along with signing a cooperative program between the Provincial Farmers Association and the Vietnam Squiblet Association. Additionally, the decision to establish and introduce the Binh Phuoc Squiblet Farmers Club will be announced. Binh Phuoc has approximately 1,400 squiblet breeding households and many squiblet nest production facilities. The value and competitiveness have been enhanced as they actively invest in modern technology for squiblet breeding, standardized processing procedures, and improved product packaging to serve the domestic market while aiming for exports.
To enhance vocational training for students after they complete their lower and upper secondary education, the Binh Phuoc Department of Labor, Employment and Social Affairs has collaborated with various units and vocational education institutions to intensify career guidance in schools around the province.
During these guidance sessions, students, parents, and teachers are introduced to vocational educational institutions, various fields of study, and the benefits of pursuing a vocational education. The Provincial Employment Service Center also provides information on labor market demand, incomes, and current job opportunities, as well as future prospects. This intensifies career guidance acts as a solution for schools and local authorities in Binh Phuoc Province to effectively offer assistance to students following their lower and upper secondary education, in line with the general targets set by the government. Efforts are being made to strive for 30% of the students graduating in 2024 from lower secondary schools to continue their studies at vocational education institutions and 40% in 2025, while 40% of students graduating from upper secondary schools in 2024 are to continue their studies at vocational education institutions and 45% in 2025.
The National Assembly Standing Committee convened its 32nd session in Hanoi on April 15 under the chair of National Assembly Chairman Binh Phuoc.
In his opening speech, National Assembly Chairman Vang Din Wei outlined the agenda, highlighting deliberations on the Law and Ordinance Building Program in 2025 and adjustments to the Law and Ordinance Building Program in 2024. He also asked for feedbacks on draft laws scheduled for the first consideration at the National Assembly's upcoming 7th session, including the draft revised law on cultural heritage, the draft law on justice for juveniles, the draft amended law on value-added tax, the draft law on urban and rural planning, and the draft law amending and supplementing several articles of the pharmacy law. Among them, the draft law on justice for juveniles is a new bill. The session will last for 4 days in Hanoi.
A delegation from the Hungarian National Assembly, led by First Deputy of the Speaker, Marta Mătri, paid a working visit to the northern province of Ninh Bình on April 15 as part of their trip to Vietnam.
During a working session with the National Assembly delegation led by First Deputy of the Speaker Marta Mătri, Secretary of Ninh Bình Provincial Party Committee Duan Minh Hoan briefed the guests on local potential and strength. He said Ninh Bình is known as one of the top 3 automotive industry centers in Vietnam, and it aims to become a centrally run city with a millennium-old urban heritage by 2035. To achieve this goal, the province needs cooperation of traditional partners, including Hungary. The locality identifies cultural industry and heritage value exploitation as the pillars of tourism development, he stressed. For her part, Mătri expressed her impression on the beauty of natural landscapes of Ninh Bình, and highly valued the working visit of local officials to Balatonfjord in June 2023. She spoke highly of Ninh Bing's proposals to Hungary in areas such as investment attraction and legislation, affirming that her country always supports and promotes these areas.
China, the US, and Japan were the 3 largest importers of Vietnam's fishery products in the first quarter of this year, according to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers.
Exports to the U.S. saw the highest increase in the period, by 16%, to $330 million. Meanwhile, exports to China increased by 15%. China was the biggest importer of Vietnamese trout fish, white-legged shrimp, lobster, anchovy, and crabs. Vietnam's exports of fishery products to Japan also saw positive signals. The export of Vietnamese white-legged shrimp, crab, and trout fish to Japan picked up by 20%, 23%, and 25% respectively compared to the same period last year. The association forecasted that in 2024, Vietnam's shrimp industry will continue to compete with Ecuador and India in terms of prices and supply. Oversupply will likely happen in the first half of this year. Meanwhile, trout fish inventory in the US, China, and the EU will shrink and export prices will increase again in those markets, as Vietnam's fishery exports are expected to gradually recover in the second half of this year. The country's exports in the whole year 2024 is estimated to reach $9.5 to $10 billion.
A Vietnamese cultural exhibition is underway at George Mason University in the U.S. state of Virginia, which will run to August 15.
This is a joint effort between the Vietnamese Embassy's Spouse Association in the U.S. and George Mason University's Costello College of Business, aiming to promote the land and people of Vietnam to international friends. On display are items imbued with traditional Vietnamese culture such as bronze drum and Q Van pavilion models, Avo Jai, traditional long dress, Chu Dao pottery, lacquerware, and rattan products. The exhibition is part of the activities to spread Vietnamese culture at universities and influential public spaces in the host country.
That was 10 minutes of BPTV News. To watch this news again, you can download BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.